Hello students, welcome back to the biology class. So in the last class we covered the topic of corolla. We understood that corolla is a non-essential floral portion and it is the second world of brightly colored petals, and it may develop fragrance releasing glands, nectar secreting glands, and these glands are responsible for attracting the pollinators, the biotic agents, insects and animals, for performing pollination. The another main function of corolla is to protect the essential organs inside it during the bud situation. Now, corolla is non-green in color, brightly colored, but it would be white in color or dull in color if it is a night blooming flower, and it would be brightly colored with different shades to attract the day. If it is to attract the pollinators, if it is a day blooming flower. But there are exceptional plants, and some have been created by the scientists, which have green color corolla, and such corollas are called as sepaloid corolla. We learned in the last class that if the petals are the members of corolla, they can be 4 in number, they can be 5 in number or more. So if the petals are free, the corolla is called as polypetalous, and if the petals are fused, then the corolla is called as the gamopetalous type of corolla. And then we learned about the various types which are possible with the polypetalous corolla shape. So the first shape we learned was the cross shape or the cruciform, which is a characteristic feature of Brassicaceae family, in which 4 petals are there, which appear to give a cross shaped form. And we understood the concept of limb and the claw in the last class. The caryophyllaceous type of polypetalous corolla shape is found in Caryophyllaceae family, and there are 5 petals in it. And the angle between the limb and the claw is 90 degree. In the rosaceous type, which is found in maximum of the plant, including the Rosaceae family, 5 or more petals are there, and the petals would be carrying a very short, or you can say almost invisible type of, or very small, that's why it is called a sessile claw. So claw is going to be very small in the form of rosaceous type of polypetalous corolla shape. We learned the last type also, that is the papillinaceous, and I told you it's a French word which means butterfly. So the flowers look like butterfly and carry 5 petals, and these petals are irregular. Reason is they all have different shape as well as the positions. It is found in Fabaceae family, the beans family. The posterior most petal is the largest one, which is called as the standard or the vexillium. Then there are 2 lateral one which are called as wings or alae, and the interior most, when you are looking at the flower, these petals are in front of you. So these are fused at one point and are called as keel, otherwise carina. And then we learned that the gamopetalous type of corolla shape are of many types. Bell shape is called campanulate, urn shape is called urceolate, tubular is called as the hypocriteriform or salver shape, funnel shape is called infundibulum, tube shape is called tubular. Remember, this tube is different from this one. Here you will find a star shaped type of appearance of the flower at the top. That's why tubular with spreading lobes is mentioned here. Narrow tube which expands above is the ligulate type found in the Composita family. Flat circular one, Rotaceae, and then if 2 lips are there, bilineate, and if there is a wide gap between the 2 lips, it is called ringent. If there is a narrow gap between the both, is called as personate type, and if spur is present, the gamopetalous corolla shape is called as spur type. After this, we learned the estivation. We learned that the sepals in the calyx or the petals in the corolla are arranged with respect to each other in a particular manner. That fashion is called as estivation. If their ends do not touch each other, they are called as open type of estivation. If their ends merely touch each other, they are called as valvate. If the one end of the petal or sepal is inside, or you can say overlaps the another one, and the other end is overlapped by the other one, it is called as twisted. And imbricate are the irregular type of twistings or overlappings in which three major types we learned, and those were quinquinical, which in which two are external, two are internal, and one is twisted in manner. The imbricate ascending imbricate, in which the one is external, one is internal, and three are twisted. And in the descending imbricate, which is the papyrinaceous flower, one is standard, the largest one, then two lateral one and two which are fused at the interiormost end, is found in the Fabaceae family. It is called as descending imbricate, or also called as vexillary. Then we learned that the perianth, there is a term called as perianth. We have already learned before that an incomplete flower can be perfect or imperfect. There are some plants in which sepals and petals are indistinguishable. That means the two non-essential whorls are just one whorl is there. So it should not be called as corolla. It should not be called as calyx. A new term is there, that is the perianth. And in the same manner, for perianth, the individuals are termed as tepals. So you don't use the word sepals or petals for perianth. The word used is tepal. If the tepals are green in color, they are called as sepaloid. If they are variously brightly colored, they are called as petaloid. And we learned that they are found basically in Amaranthaceae family and Liliaceae family, for example. And in the same manner, if the perianth has tepals which are free, then the condition is called as polytepalous or polyphilous. And if the perianth has the tepals fused, then they are called as gamotepalous, or also called as the gamophilous in nature. So this much we covered in the last class.